हेलो डियर लर्नर्स, मैं हूं अरुण रंजन और शिक्षा विनय की तरफ से आज मैं आपको मैथमेटिक्स के एक ऐसे ज्योमेट्रिकल फिगर के बारे में बात करूंगा जो कि काफ़ी ही स्ट्रेंज है। मैथमेटिशियन को हमेशा ये अजूबा भी लगा और परेशान भी करता रहा है। यह आर्टिस्ट के लिए भी काफ़ी अनोखा है, क्योंकि हर एक आर्टिस्ट को इसके बारे में जानकारी होनी ही चाहिए। मैं बात कर रहा हूँ पैरेलल लाइंस के बारे में। ये काफ़ी अलग है, इसके बारे में ही मैं आपके बारे में जानकारी दूंगा। आप जानते होंगे कि पैरेलल लाइंस पैरेलल होती है, इसका मतलब वो इंटरसेक्टिंग नहीं होती, वो कभी मीट नहीं कर सकती। लेकिन आप देखेंगे इस लेक्चर में कि वो मीट भी कर सकती है, और कभी कभी आपको ये भी लग सकता है कि ये मीट कर रही है, और कभी कभी और वहां जाने पर आपको मीट नहीं भी करती लगे। तो क्या है पैरेलल लाइन, क्या है इसके पीछे का सारा मिस्ट्री, और आप इसके साथ साथ आप कैसे पैरेलल लाइन का इन्फिनिटी के टर्म से भी लिंकिंग है, इस सब के बारे में आप इस लेक्चर में पढ़ें।
डियर लर्नर, आप देखेंगे कि पैरेलल लाइंस कैसे मीट कर सकते हैं। मैं एक एग्जांपल दिखाता हूँ कि आप देखेंगे कि ये जो लाइन है, ये आप देख रहे हैं, ये यहाँ इस इक्वेटर लाइन पर, ये देखिए कि ये एक पैरेलल लाइन की तरह है। ये एक पैरेलल लाइन है, आप देख पा रहे हैं। और मैं डिफिनेशन को अगर सेम रखूं तो मैं इसकी डायरेक्शन को बिना बदले और इस पर 90 डिग्री बनाते हुए फिर से मैं एक लाइन खींचूं, फिर आगे बढ़ा दूं, तो ये एक सेम लाइन बन जाते हैं। फिर मैं यहाँ पहुंचूं, फिर इस इक्वेटर लाइन के साथ मैं यहाँ 90 बना दूं, तो फिर ये यहाँ पहुंचेंगे। तो आप देखेंगे कि जब आप ऐसा करते जाएंगे तो ये लाइन ऐसी हो जाएगी, ये लाइन एक्चुअली ऐसी हो जाएगी, और ऐसी होती होती यहाँ जाके मिल जाएगी। आप समझ रहे हैं बात? तो ये है कि पैरेलल लाइन एक्चुअली मीट भी कर सकती है जब सरफेस जो हो वो गोले गोले जैसा हो, जियोडेसिक हो, तो वो पैरेलल लाइन मीट भी कर सकती है। आपने ये देखा कि पैरेलल लाइन एक्चुअली मीट इन्फिनिटी पर करती है। इन्फिनिटी कितना होता है ये तो नहीं, इन्फिनिटी कोई नंबर नहीं है, कोई वैल्यू नहीं है। इन्फिनिटी तो हम बस बताने के लिए बताते हैं कि अगर इस डिस्टेंस के मुकाबले उसका डिस्टेंस इन्फिनिटी मान लेते हैं, क्योंकि ये इग्नोर किया जा सकता है, लगभग ज़ीरो के बराबर है। लेकिन वो तो एक कॉन्सेप्ट की बात हो गई, वो तो सिचुएशन की बात हो गई। लेकिन यहाँ आप एक्चुअली दिख रहे हैं कि एक्चुअली ये मीट कर सकता है अगर आप एक गोलाई पर बनाएंगे और पैरेलल लाइन का जो डेफिनेशन है वो फिक्स रखेंगे। तो कहेंगे कि हम डायरेक्शन ना बदलेंगे, डायरेक्शन हम सेम ही है, और एक लाइन के सेम लाइन के 90 डिग्री पर हम अगर बना रहे हैं तो वो लाइन जरूर पैरेलल होनी चाहिए। तो वो हमने हर जगह ऐसा ही किया, 90 डिग्री पर बनाया, सब जगह 90 डिग्री बनाया। लेकिन समस्या हुई, अपने आप वो होता चला गया। आप एक स्केल और प्रोटेक्टर लेकर और उसे एकदम गोलाई में रखकर, यहाँ पर रखकर, आप जैसे कि मैं एक स्केल लूँ, मेरा स्केल तो उतना फ्लेक्सिबल नहीं है, फिर भी मैं कोशिश करता हूँ कि अगर मैं ये एक लाइन खींच दूँ, या कोई भी आप लाइन खींच लेना, और एक लाइन खींच लेना, और फिर प्रोटेक्टर की मदद से इसको पूरा इसको ऐसे करना होगा, क्योंकि पूरा ये सरफेस पर आ जाए, ऐसे इसको मोड़ना होगा। नहीं तो ये तो हवा में हो गया, तो इससे इससे आपकी बात नहीं बनेगी। तो अगर आप एक लाइन खींच लेना स्केल से, फिर प्रोटेक्टर की मदद से 2 पॉइंट लेना, 2 पॉइंट पर 90 डिग्री का लाइन खींचना, फिर उसको आगे बढ़ाना। आप देखोगे धीरे धीरे आप अगर कैसा करते जाओगे तो देखोगे धीरे धीरे वो एक जगह पर मिल जाती है। आप देख सकते हैं कि ये एक पैरेलल लाइन है। Let us now discuss about the some characteristics of parallel lines. Somewhere you have listened that parallel lines can meet, but in your class you never listen that parallel lines can meet. Actually, uh, all the cases in geometry or mathematics must include a condition in which it is valid. After that, after this system or condition, it may be true or may be false. So here I am going to discuss some mysteries of parallel lines. You will be marveled about it, and you feel joyful to learn about parallel lines. First of all, I am going to start with the definition of parallel lines. So here I have written the definition of parallel lines. Some of the definitions are: when two lines are perpendicular to to the same line. What do you mean by that? That means that if I draw is one line, and if two lines or more than two lines is perpendicular to the same lines, like this or like this, means these lines must be parallel to each other. This is the one of the definition of parallel lines. So it is obvious that if these three lines L, M, N are perpendicular to the same line, let's say it is P, then we say that L parallel to M and parallel to N. All these lines are parallel to each other. So one of the definitions of parallel lines are these. And the next definition I have written here is that the lines whose direction is same and perpendicular to a line. What do you mean by that? It means the lines whose direction is same means if you're taking the direction, let's say if you measure the direction from this axis, let's say this is 30 degree with the eastward direction, and another line which have the same direction, let's say the same direction means, let's say this is also 30 degree. So then these two lines, or you can say these two lines also make 90 degree with particular line. That means let's say this line makes 90 and 90, means this line L and M must be parallel to each other. This is the second kind of definition. Have you got my point? Or you can say if the direction of two lines is same, then we say that both the lines are parallel to each other. This is the second definition you can here see here. So, but most loose definition you will deal in your class is when distance between two lines is same everywhere. This is the most loose definition and defective definition. So here I'm taking distance means the perpendicular segment between two lines. This is D, and if everywhere the perpendicular line you draw have same length D, then we say that lines L and M are parallel to each other. Have you got my point? These are the some common definition you encounter in your class or your in the higher classes. So now my next point arises here is in some cases the definition will be violated. How can you think about it that definition is violated? For example, I am drawing here, let's say this is sun, and the rays coming from this sun towards the earth, let's say this is earth, and what will happen? The rays coming from the sun appear intersecting or parallel, because there are only two kinds of lines. You can think that one is intersecting and one is parallel. So obviously it is intersecting because every rays coming from this line must meet at a point which is obvious that these lines are perpendicular, these lines are intersecting to each other. So you see, now you can see that I am giving you some idea that you will be marveled about it. Let's say that I take these two rays coming from the sun towards my eyes and like this, and reach to the earth, and another these two lines reach to the same earth. Now if I am watching from here up to this, and I am just I am escaping out these drawings from your eyes, and you only see the line from up to this, then you must see here, watcher, only concentrate on these line segments. You must see here these appear parallel to each other. Have you got my point? If you observe only this limited portion, you must think that this must be parallel. So how it can be possible that if this line parallel, this thing seems to me parallel, but it is actually intersecting at some point. So that means our definition is somewhere does not hold good for some cases. So now the next thing I can say that parallel lines can meet. You have learned that how can I tackle parallel lines. So how can parallel lines appear to meet? You must have seen when you travel from your train, then if you see from the window of your seat, then you can watch around you that the train or track, parallel track, seems to appear to meet at some point ahead of you. Have you ever watched this kind of thing in your life? Yes, you of course encounter this kind of a situation in your life. So how this happened that two parallel tracks which are parallel here but appear to meet at some point like this? So how can this be possible? This means I am here and watching from window, and I must see that these tracks are meeting here. So it means that if we actually observe this kind of things, means it must be true in mathematics also. So parallel lines can meet also here. Actually meet or appear to meet, it is the matter of situation. So here I have drawn the parallel tracks appear to meet because in your brain it perceived as the parallel tracks seems to be meet at some point. So here, in what condition parallel lines can actually meet? Parallel lines can meet, I have already talked about you. If the rays coming from the sun or comes to our eyes, it appears as parallel lines. You can see here this, if you observe only this portion, you can think that this line is like parallel lines. So I am taking only this distance on the paper, but you know that the distance between Earth and the Sun is nearly 15 crore kilometers, which is very larger than this length. So if this length appear like nearly like parallel lines, then the distance, the rays coming from that vast distance must be taken as parallel lines. So here in this case you can see, if you take this distance as infinity, because our dimension of eyes are very less as compared to the distance between the Earth and the Sun. So we can take the distance as infinity. So we can say that parallel lines must meet at infinity. Have you got my point? So parallel lines can actually meet at infinity. Have you got my point? So infinity is the brother of parallel lines. You must observe that every parallel lines must tend to meet as at infinity. So we can say that the infinity is the brother, that the family of parallel lines, because every parallel lines appear to meet or actually can meet at infinity. So now the parallel lines can come in art also. Every artist must skilled on parallel lines, because every artist must watch or observe as things around us, and if you farther away from the object may appear smaller as compared to if the object is in front of you. in the same way, if you see the object on the top from the top, it appears differently than you see the object as side view. So every artist must have to encounter the problem about parallel lines. So if I am drawing this the drawing like that, if I watch a cube from the top, then we must see that this is like this. But if I am watching this cube from very far away and like here and as side view, then it may appears as like this. What you observe in these things, that parallel lines can be intersecting, because here the parallel lines become intersecting, but here parallel lines are not intersecting. Here parallel lines are intersecting. So it is the ways of viewing how artists perceive, or how you perceive the things in all around us. So this kind of so artists must make this kind of so this is the view of for artist, if the perception or if the direction of viewing is like this. So these are the things these are the things which is encountered in art due to parallel lines. So in this lecture you have dealt about many things about parallel lines, and which is exciting to you. So in the next lecture I am going to more about geometry, and I may go to lines and angles and some combination and postulate of Euclid geometry. So stay with me and learn mathematics.